Okay, guys and gals, this is my first video for YouTube with my new account that I've set up, Help for Authors, and I wish there had been someone around to kind of steer me when I was looking at becoming an author. There were writers groups, but there wasn't something where in your leisure downtime you could sit and look at what someone had to say online like this. So I am a young author. I don't have a lot of work out there, but I've learned a lot of things, and I thought I would share with you over the course of these videos what I have been learning, and I'll be sure to mention mistakes I've made and what have you. I usually am going to talk about, typically I'm going to talk about in each video a couple different things that inspire me or mistakes I've made, etc. And I'll mention a book that has helped me along the way. So first off, for inspiration, hence the name of this video, finding inspiration for your story, to develop your story, the plot, etc. I have written stories that have come from one little inspiring thought and ended up becoming a sweeping storyline. What if this element and this element were conflicting? I'm actually working on a piece of alternate history that pits modern weapons against men and equipment in the past, in a certain era in the past. Involves time travel. And whether or not you like that genre, it was inspired basically by watching the History Channel and the Military Channel. I'm a big history buff, and I was watching and thinking about modern weapons versus weapons from a certain era, and in starts coming these ideas. And so first off, I find inspiration everywhere, and if you're like me, you do find inspiration just about everywhere, but don't let those ideas go. I buy these little, you can't see me standing up here, but I'm standing up, and up above my desk I've got these readables, and around here I can get them. This one's made by Ecosystem. They're just little notebooks that'll fit in the back of my pocket. Obviously I'm a guy, I don't carry a purse, so I can carry those in my back pocket. Ladies, you can carry them in your purse. I usually have one in my glove box, and I carry a pen that I like, and I'll jot down ideas. For inspiration for this story, I went to a certain historical area and walked through and looked at their equipment and things they had from that era, and started putting myself in that era. So I'll take a book like that with me. I am rarely without some means of recording, whether it's a voice recording, I send a text to myself, I have a notebook or something like that with me to be able to record what it is I'm thinking about. And that's not really that earth-shattering. But this book, Plot, and I believe the name is pronounced Anzin Dybel. And Anzin, if you're listening to this and I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. The Elements of Fiction Writing. And I'm going to show this to you. Plot. The Elements of Fiction Writing. This book has done a lot for me because it makes you think about what you're doing. I mean, if you started building a building and you had no idea what it was going to look like in the end, it might not be structurally sound. And as an author, I have had to write and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite my stories and actually cut out whole characters before, because I realized they did nothing but serve my ego. They did nothing to serve the plot. If there's characters that don't have a direct influence on the story, then you probably should write them out of the story. Or if they're just there to drive certain elements of the story forward, don't go into a huge amount of detail describing them. Don't concentrate on them as much as you would the main characters. If you watch good television fiction, or if you read good fiction, you'll notice that as they say in writing workshops, at the beginning of a book, if you load a handgun, it has to come into play by the end of the story. For some reason that you loaded that pistol at the beginning of the story, you need to use it in some fashion, even if it's the fact that you can't get to it to use it. It needs to come into play. So anyway, I really enjoyed this book, Plot. You need to come down below the video that we're watching and click on the link where it says show more. Click on the link, it'll take you directly to this book. You can get this thing for very little money. You can get it used for $1, and I've actually got an older copy with an older cover to it than this newer, more exciting looking one. It originally retailed for $14.99, but you can get it for $1 plus shipping. So it's a great way to learn, and like I said, it's what publishers are looking for. Or if you're trying to publish yourself through Amazon's CreateSpace or something similar, which I have done, you need to make sure that it's still something readable, because people will barbecue you in the reviews if you don't have good fiction. So I hope that this has proved helpful. Check out this book, Plot. Don't forget to subscribe, as I've got more of these things going. Don't forget to like this video and post any comments and questions. Have a great day now. Bye.